Hello, Redbrick Productions here with another LEGO video. Today I have the LEGO Minecraft The Wolf Stronghold set. The set number is 21261. It has 312 pieces, 1 minifigure and 4 mobs, and the build. So without further ado, let's take a look at the build. So for the build, you build it in 2 separate sections. The first thing you build is this little terrain with the tree, and then you attach that onto the Stronghold build once that's all finished. Now, the Stronghold build on the outside looks really cool. I really like how the wolf face turned out. It really does look pretty good. But the rest of the build is And the reason why I say that is because when you turn it to the side, you can see this truly is just a facade. And you only get 2 studs of useful space. And when we turn that, of course, there's obviously a lot of 2 stud space, but you don't have a lot of depth to the build. I mean, sure, you have this little section right here, but you can barely put a figure in there because there's a lot of stuff above blocking the way. Now, we'll take a look at some of the utility blocks. I don't know exact term for them in a little bit, but let's take a look at the front of the build again. So you can see that a lot of the build and the spacing of the set is just water, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not very useful for a lot of things. Like, when you have water, you can't really play in it too much and use it because it's supposed to be water. I mean, sure, it's Lego, so you can do whatever you want, but, you know, if you're a kid and you're imagining water, it can be a little bit rough, but it could be a cool moat and stuff, so that's totally fine. I do question why they have a dead bush. Now, I've been playing Minecraft for a long time, and I don't know everything, but I'm pretty sure dead bushes don't spawn in the spruce biome, but that's whatever. I do like the return of the mossy cobblestone block, which is really nice because we haven't gotten a mossy cobblestone block in a while, and it's not a crazy build, it's just something we haven't seen in a while. We also have a berry bush here, and then of course the spruce tree. We have a couple of the little red mushrooms, and yeah, then we can kind of get to the main section, which is the main play feature, which is this wolf. You have a really nice building technique where you can remove this right here, flip it around, and it becomes an angry wolf, which is super cool. And the building technique for that was extremely clever. There was a lot of really cool builds and a new piece, which is this. Now I don't have every Lego set, so this might not be new, but it is new to me in my part inventory. This is really cool, and I think it will be really useful later on. And there's 2 of them in this set, and they just help attach the back face of the wolf. You can see they use offset tile. It's a really cool build. If you want to take a look at the instructions, it's really interesting how they did that, and it is a really just clever. I'm genuinely impressed on how they came up with that. I would have never been able to do that with my Lego knowledge even, but that is super cool. Now, besides the main play feature being just flipping this around, you have the spruce door, which can open up, and now we can go into the interior just to show you some of the useful blocks. We get the appearance of the smithing table, which is brand new. There's a new print here, which has a little bit of a metallic on there, which is pretty good. We get 2 of them in the set. They just rotate around, and it looks like a netherite ingot on the top. Sorry, my dogs are barking, but netherite ingot on the top. I can't tell if that's supposed to be part of the build or it was just placed there. Either way, you can take it off and put it there if you want to or not. You have an anvil here, which we've gotten before. Over here, we have a blast furnace, which we've gotten a couple of times. Still nice to get. We also have the crafting table on the other side, which we have a lot of those. And then we have the appearance, or not the appearance, but the use of the hiding the chest handles again, but it's not really well hidden, but it just kind of places the chest above the floor, and it does float there, which, you know, it's kind of Minecrafty. And I guess it can also be a way to hide valuables, but there's not really any valuables in there. There's just 2 bones and some berries. Hey, maybe the bones are valuable, but if you do want to put the netherite ingot in there, that kind of makes the chest a little more valuable and why you would want to hide it. But again, there's not that much space to place your minifigures. I mean, there's enough, but just barely. I mean, I can't really complain because I know a lot of the older Lego sets really only had 2 studs of space. So I guess that's fine, but I think there just needs to be some more depth in usability of the anyway. That's it for the build. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. So our first minifigure here, and really the only player minifigure, is the Wolf Tamer. This figure is really awesome. I love the color scheme on this figure. Very outdoorsy theme. I just kind of broke off the shield there. We have the dark green, which looks really good with this flesh tone, and the brown. That looks awesome. There's like a little sash right there. And on the back, it has a bone attached to it, which looks super cool. And I really like the smiling face print. I think that is awesome. You do have a netherite sword, which would explain the smithing table. And yeah, this just looks awesome. This is a great figure. And I know I've been saying it recently, but this one might be in my top favorite Minecraft figures. I just love the overall colors and how they all blend together to make a really cool figure. So yeah, I really like this figure a lot. I realized I neglected to talk about the shield. This is a new print with a wolf on there, and that looks really cool. And it's just on a 2x3 plate. And yeah, it's a nice shield. I just was so caught up talking about the minifigure that I forgot to bring this up. Really cool piece. We get 2 skeleton figures. We have one with an enchanted bow and one with a diamond helmet. Of course, you can take off the diamond helmet and put it on your player minifigure if you want, which is nice. And yeah, these are just the same skeleton build we've gotten so many times. We do get 2 wolves, well, 1 dog and 1 wolf. You can tell by the different face prints. And of course, the dog has a collar and the wolf has the no collar. Now, I am really excited to see what LEGO will do with the new wolf textures for the new update. That will be really awesome, and I would love to see a trial chamber set as well. But that's besides the point. Back to the wolves. This is a build we've gotten many times before, and it's nice that we get 2 different ones. We get the wolf and the dog. I also just noticed that the snout color is different as well. You have the tails, which can be articulated if they're injured. You can tell because their tails go down, so I guess that's nice. And yeah, overall, I think these are both really good inclusions. Of course, for the Wolf Stronghold, you have to have some wolves. So now that we've taken a look at everything in the set, let's take a look at the packaging and then my final verdict. You guys already know my opinions on the background box art, but this is following the same trend. And then, of course, on the back of the box, it shows that you can swap the faces. You have the chest, you can feed the dogs, and you have the back of the fortress. Yeah, and it's all right. The instructions, of course, tell you how to build the set, and then once you have the set all built up, there's actually a little picture here showing that you can combine the smallest set of the wave, which is that little pirate ship. I do not have that set, so I'll not be able to combine it, but when I do eventually get that set and review it, I will combine it with the Wolf Stronghold in that video. But you can kind of see it here. There's really no attachments. They just kind of put them next to each other. So is it really a connection? Not really, but that's okay. And then, of course, we have an ad for all the other sets of this wave. I have done a review for all of these. I haven't published these ones. I'll be publishing this one tomorrow. Well, as of the time of this recording. So this one should be up. This one will be up eventually. And once I buy the set, I will review it. But these ones are up right now. So you can go check those out. Then you got the piece count and then the win. The piece count was a little strange because they didn't include extra skeleton limbs, which is a first, I think. Usually those are considered extras, but I guess not in this set. There's a lot of really cool ones. You have an extra bone and some extra berries, which you can put in the chest if you want. There's also this extra bush piece. Now, if you want to replace the dead bush with this, I think that would look a lot better. So that is included in the set, so you can do that. The rest of them are pretty basic. There are no prints in this, or leftover prints in this set. So for my final verdict, I really did want to like this set. I love the taiga biome, mainly because me and my sister used to play Minecraft all the time, and that's where the dogs would spawn, so we wanted to get the pet dog, and so we'd always build our base in a taiga biome, and I just have a lot of nostalgia towards the taiga biomes, and I love the color scheme with the dark and woody theme. It just was really cool in my opinion. However, this set just did not live up to my expectations. I was really hoping there would be more of a Stronghold build, but I guess I was a little let down by the whole 2 studs of usable space. I was hoping for a little bit more of an interior. It didn't have to be entirely full, but just more room to play around in, because right now this is pretty much just a wall with a door, and that's a little frustrating, especially when it's called the Wolf Stronghold. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think the playability of the set is not the best. I think it is pretty good to have the conflict of, the skeletons and the whole base and stuff. And this is a really cool feature. I like that a lot, that you get both angles. It would have been nice to maybe get an angry dog or an angry wolf as well. Speaking of that, I do think this needed more figures, whether that be, I thought this came with 3 wolves, I'm not going to lie. So I was kind of shocked when it only came with 2. I think it needed one more dog or wolf, preferably an angry wolf. That would have been good. Another skeleton might have been fine, or another player minifigure so they each have a dog. I don't know, just something more. I think it definitely needed 3 wolves and like one other thing, even like a fox or something. I don't know, something else to just sweeten the deal of this set, because at $35, I do not think this is worth it. I know it has 300 pieces, and that's all right price to part ratio, but again, it's just so small. A lot of the build and the size of it is just, all right, I should probably turn it the other way so you can see, is plainly just plates. Like, all right here is plates. There's nothing really substantial about that. You just have the Stronghold, which is where most of the pieces go. So yeah, that was a little disappointing, and I do think that this needed just, I don't know, something more just to sweeten the deal. At $35, I do not think this is very good pricing. I think if they brought this forward a little bit and shrunk the amount of water, I think that would have been a little bit better. Just 2 extra studs of space so you can place your minifigure a little bit better. It didn't need to be like fully enclosed or anything, just a little more space to make it feel more of like a base instead of just a wall. But that's just my opinion. Other than that, I think I'm gonna have to give this, or actually I do really like the figure. So the figure is definitely helping it a lot in my opinion. That's just biased because I like the color scheme of the taiga biome, and that figure looks a lot like the taiga biome. But yeah, that's just kind of my 2 cents. I don't know. It's not my favorite set, probably like a 6 out of 10, which kind of sucks because I really wanted to like this set. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like this set, I don't know if I would recommend getting it right now necessarily. Like, obviously, if you like this set and are okay with it not having a lot of space, that's totally fine. I think you could have a lot of fun adding on to it and building on, but I would wait for a discount. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts about the set in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Bye.